Arthur Brown Legacy Building.
Ileana, and I don't have a cool thing to say after that. I don't know. What should I make one up?
Yeah, you should.
All right, I'll have one next time. Go.
Okay. Ha ha. So me and Miss Ileana had a deep conversation, what, about a week or so ago?
I mean, it wasn't that deep, but I guess it was deep for you since the topic for you is considered deep.
Yeah, we're not going to say who was right or who was wrong, but I posed this scenario to her. I said, hypothetically, and actually it was a true scenario because I had something I dealt with the customer. I said, let's say hypothetically, you have 4 credit cards. 3 of those credit cards you owe $1,000 a piece on, and the minimum payment is $75, right? But the interest rate on those credit cards are only 10%. And then that
You
fourth,
got-
go ahead,
So you have 3 credit cards, just
Uh-huh.
so I'm following,
Mhm.
and then the interest rate is 10%,
on each one,
and then $75
minimum payment on
minimum
each one,
payment, and then you have the 1 credit card, total of 4 credit cards. You
which
got
is about
3 and
Mhm.
1. Mm-hmm.
And that last one is the big one. That's the big kahuna.
Okay.
That's a $5,000 balance, and the credit card or the interest rate is 25%,
Okay.
and the minimum payment on that one is $400 a month. My question to you: which one do you feel like you need to knock out first?
All right. So
And there's no right or wrong answer to a certain degree. Everybody has their own opinion, but I would love to
So
hear
if-
your opinion, baby. I love it. Talk to me.
you never sound that excited when we're talking in real life. But anyway, I was gonna say something else.
No, she was serious.
So a long time ago, my logic would say, well, let me pay off the other ones, those little, or let me focus on the big bill because it's so big. I want to get rid of that 25%, just close it, pay it off and get rid of it. Because that's the logic. But after being with you for a while, I've learned make an actual plan and really be honest with yourself. Okay, I'm going to pay off this big one first. But if your minimum payment is $400 and then you're also paying 3 that are 75 each, so
Mhm.
that is what, $225.
Mhm.
So I'm going to try to pay off more on that credit card, but then at the same time I'm still paying that minimum payment of $225. Wouldn't it be better if I paid off the smaller ones and then make more money fluid or accessible for me to
Mhm.
pay off the big one later? And that I learned with being with you, because we don't think about all of our different options of just which way is the best way. Because
Mhm.
logically you're like, let's just get rid of the high interest rate one.
Mhm.
But no, because it's never going to happen. Because guess what? You're not going to have, where you're going to come up with more extra money. Because trust me, a lot of us are not going to, stop making that stop at Starbucks in the morning
Yeah.
to make that payment. That's harder. I think that other option is easier, paying off the other ones and then making those $225 available to pay off the big one quicker.
Well, thank you for that. You made me feel good. Like you really do listen to me.
I do listen.
Appreciate you, girl.
I do listen.
But with that, and this is the reason why my mindset is that way, because I hear it so many times: go after the one with the highest interest rate, right? And I could see where people would do that. But then you got to say to yourself, we're human beings. And what do we typically do when we exceed something in life that makes us feel good, right? And if we're paying off each and every one of those freaking credit cards, girl, now all of a sudden, like you said, you free up $225. And when those other 3 are paid off, you're like, now I'm down to 1. And that one that I have left, I'm about to knock out of it.
Yeah, and it's like you really are not changing your spending habits. And I think that is the hardest thing for people to do is to save and say, I'm going to save
Mhm.
money. Because in reality, when you get that message like, hey, let's go to dinner, and you're like, I need to save and blah, blah. But then you're like, oh, I worked so hard, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, you end up going out and you spend your money. And let's just be real, it's a lot harder to save versus.
Yeah. And that $5,000 credit card that you're focused on paying because they have such a high interest rate, it's going to take you way longer to pay that off. And in the meantime, you still have the
And then
one.
you're gonna be like, okay, I'm just doing this. I lost hope.
Yeah.
And then you're just gonna keep on with what you're used to.
And and she won't tell you this, But the main reason why she was able to get these boots is because she paid off them 3 credit cards. So
It's
that
not
left her
true. That
225
is
left over.
not
I'm
true.
just being
That's
real.
not
I'm
true.
just
You
that's
should be up here saying, I bought her those boots.
well, she hasn't worn the other pair that I did buy, but that'll be a next segment that we'll go into. And we'll slide into that. So I'm just
I'll
letting
wear
you
the boots
guys
next
know.
time.
But she's a teacher, as you know, so she definitely educates me on various things too. And the next time we're gonna flip the script. I'm gonna let her come at me. But thank you guys so much for listening in. Like I said, it's gonna be fun. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Adios, amigo. Hasta luego. I said it right, right? I'm
Uh,
working on my Spanish.
no, it's not.
Shh. Thank you guys. God bless. Bam.